What's the most unexpectedly cool show that Stryper has been a part of in your 3-decade plus existence performing? Talking about the content of your music, performing with bands that might not agree with the content of your music, who might have fans that might not agree. Which one was unexpectedly a really great experience that you might not have thought so going in?
Oh, definitely. I mean, without question, the one that jumps out instantly is a show that we did back in 1987. And we were actually, I'm sorry, it was earlier than that. It was actually 86, early 86. And we were getting ready to perform. We pulled up, it was in Holland, and we pull up in the van, and, you know, we see the scene of guys being carried off on stretchers. And we're thinking, okay, what's going on here? Literally blood, and there goes a stretcher. 5 minutes later, there goes another stretcher. It's like, wow, what is going on? So as we get out of the van and get settled and go backstage, we can start to see that it's a show that we should never have been booked on. It was a death metal festival. It was basically, we were playing with Raven and just all these black metal, death metal bands at the time, whatever you want to refer to them as. And not a festival Stryper should have been on. So as we're hanging out and we're tuning up and get ready to perform, we could hear the crowd chanting. It sounded like a soccer game. All of them chanting
ole, ole.
Okay. Like that. But they weren't chanting that. They were
all right.
chanting something else. So we went out to the side of the stage to see what they were saying. And in unison, they're all saying, F Stryper, F Stryper, F Stryper. And we're thinking...
And you've already seen people that are seemingly their friends leave blood-soaked in stretchers as you got there, right?
Yeah, and I assume that was because of the moshing and people were getting beat up, you know, and carried off. So once we heard what they were chanting over and over again, and we realized that there was actually a cross in the crowd that was on fire. It was an upside-down cross. It had why this? I have no idea. It had a poster of a girl in a bikini with my brother's head on her body. It was an upside-down cross on fire that they're passing through the crowd. Literally, it was just the most surreal.
They were into arts and crafts, evidently.
It was weird. And the whole time we're there with our tour manager, obviously panic starts to set in. And we're thinking, oh my gosh, do we go? Do we just get in the van and leave? We decided to stay, and we cut the ballads from the set. We did all heavy songs, and after 3 or 4 songs, we won the whole crowd over, and it was really life-changing. Everyone came up to us after the show saying, we thought you guys were wimps, we thought you were this, we thought you were that. You guys were the best band of the day. You blew us away. It was seriously like hairs on the arm standing on end, because the whole crowd was singing our songs by the end of the show.
And not to disrespect any bands from that genre of music, but when that's all you're hearing for an entire festival, it's a lot of down tune, chugga chugga chugga, drop D tuning, heavy sounds throughout the entire day. You hear some harmonies with some heavy sounds mixed in here and there. It's got to be refreshing.
Well, whatever it was, after 3 or 4 songs, and literally they were throwing bottles, chains, you name it at us. We had all this stuff coming up at us. It was crazy. And we just kept playing and playing, no talking in between songs, just trying to get through the set, you know. But after 3 or 4 songs, we won them over. And it was so odd to see the crowd go from hating us to loving us. It was really a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And I think nobody knew what... I saw other bands standing on the side of the stage with their mouths open in shock. Nobody could explain what happened. It was crazy. Really was.